The landscapes of our lives are for learning, where experience is our teacher. When we gather together to share our resources, we are destined to love and thrive.
Hey, good morning, Maureen.
Good morning, Pierre. How art thou?
I am, this thou is doing great. Thank you for asking. We are doing our little conversation practice, which is a 3-minute podcast around a word and
Around or about a word?
around, in, through, all those words, around words, trying to practice conversation in 3 minutes, which, by the way, any listeners invited to join us in, and that's in the show notes. So I get to pick this morning's word. Okay, this morning's word, I'm so excited, is be.
Oh, crying out loud.
It's be.
Verbs of being. I started my timer and
I did too.
Just thinking about words as words and having taught writing. And I used to teach the kids to use distinguish between active verbs and verbs of being. And I think it's worth, thinking about the difference between action verbs and verbs of being. We need both.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think about it in terms of, yin and yang, I suppose. Be, I mean, I have just be like, you don't have to do much for that. You're just here. Be here now.
Be here
I don't
now.
know. That's my thoughts so far on be. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was a tricky word because it's BE and BEE. It could be bzz, 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 the buzzing bee. Maureen's laughing hilariously. You guys can't see this, but
no, I'm shaking my head. And that's what I'm doing.
And laughing, annoyed, whatever.
You want to talk about BEEs?
Oh my God, they're so interesting. They're so interesting in and of themselves. But a classic is that now a buzzing bee in California was just recently, in a judicial opinion, 35 pages long, declared a fish. This is a true story. There's this great publication. It's called The Babylon Bee, and it's kind of like The Onion. It just spoofs, kind of modern culture. And for the purposes of environmental regulation, there's this new thing. But anyway, I'm going to get off of that onto bees, hives, activity,
pollination. Yeah, don't they say that the honeybee is like almost endangered, or there's not enough honeybees?
Well, my cousin's
how crucial
husband,
they are to the ecosystem, and without them, like, we're kind of screwed. And I actually worked with a graphic novelist guy who is also a scientist who specialized in bees, and all of his graphic novels have bees as characters, and they're really cool. Jay Hostler, I think his name is, someone in Pennsylvania. Anyways, I know, random fact about bees.
Well, one of my heroes is E.O. Wilson. He's I think it's entomologist, studies bees and ants. And because they have this unique genetic system where they support a queen, they've got altruistic behavior because there's our timer. They have altruistic behavior because survival of the genetic pool is through the queen and not themselves. So they're willing to sacrifice. Very controversial when he came out with the theory.
I remember him actually talking about that, and some of the stories, like, he wove that into his graphic novel stories. I did conferences with this guy when I was teaching graphic novels, and I met all these people, and I thought that was just so fascinating that he took his love of science and his specialization in bees and then did this artistic kind of storytelling with it. But
Yeah.
altruism is another word I like. Maybe we can talk about that on the next time.
Let's do that. All right. This was great. So Pierre from Yoga Heals, I guess. Peace through grace,
You guess.
I guess.
Maureen from Landscapes for Learning. Learn to live and live to learn.